Hey guys, it's Busto here, Rick Bustamante. Just wanted to make a little video of what's going on with the Beat Thang in me these days. I have a great friend Terry over here the other night to do some drum patterns, and he's drummer extraordinaire. Love getting him on hardware to do some programming for me now and again, because when you put a real drummer in a drum machine, it's just great stuff. But anyway, so we started out with a little thing. He came up with this. Very simple, but there was some melody in there. And I'm like, you know what? I love the way that sounds. Let's build something on that. So he just started making a couple of variations of that. I added another part next day or two, just blending in a little bit. This is 8 bars now. It takes a bit to stretch out. Just for a little variation here. And on we go. So, trying to remember what these all are here, so bear with me here. Okay, so now we're building up with, he put a little tam in here. Love that bass drum. I said it to him from the very beginning when he found it, like, let's use that bass drum, it sounds great. And next, nice snare. So now it's grooving now. So we got our basses, we have our intro, we've got tambourine, got the snare coming in. So I just want to whack it up a little bit beyond this. I'm trying to remember what we did next. Okay, so here's what I did next. So I like to think one of the advantages I have over a lot of other, say, not necessarily hip-hop, but other producers who don't play instruments, is I can play guitar and keys. So I've actually recorded acoustic guitar into the Beat Thang because it's got input in the back, it has a mic preamp, direct input. So I just mic'd up an acoustic one night and just started banging out a bunch of chords for any reason. Doesn't matter for this or anything else. Put a riff in. And then I finished out the rest with just some random electronic stuff. Little beat, effects. So that's basically a kit in the Beat Thing that I did with my own sample. This isn't like finding something on the web or pulling stuff off of YouTube or buying a sample pack. I feel this is one advantage to being a producer who actually can play. You can make your own samples and you won't find it anywhere else. So long story short, I wanted to add it into that beat that he created to build upon. So I just threw some chords that were kind of close to that percussive melody. So here's what we got. So this is one of the many beautiful things about the Beat Thing, even though it's incredibly quirky and weird and can just suddenly freeze up on you. It's a great unit. It has its own sound, but the fact you can dump in anything you want into this thing at any time and just pull from everything, vinyl, your own stuff, synthesizers dumped in, whatever it is, I just love it. So that was one aspect of what he's done. So I'm going to build a song out of all this. So I was trying to make another beat after this point. This is now doing the same beat my buddy Terry made, adding a few sound effects as well. I think I'm using some electric guitar loaded in and then chopped up. and it's all reversed. It's all reversed. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna blend it in, make it a little funky. So that kind of puts into a bit of a different zone too. We're kind of going a little more eclectic here. I think I do need a bass, a bit of a bass sound, whether it be from. Now here's the thing: I can build the beat entirely within Beat Thang anytime I want, but I love using all the other gear I have just to add things. So I'll probably wind up exporting either all these tracks individually or as a WAV file onto Logic and then build upon it. But there's so many great sounds in Beat Thang that you can just totally take it everywhere. So I wanted to build upon that. Not sure what this is going to do. I don't know what I have here going. Track, more chop. Let me see what I got on. This is another variation of that one you just heard. Okay, so I wanted a bit of a driving part, so I'm using whatever chord I had here. Something like that. So this would be more of a, I don't know, chorusy type part, verse. I just wanted the acoustic to stay within the same key for a bit of this pattern. So, loving when I'm building. I love collaborating with people. I don't care if it's a vocalist, guitarist, drummer. I love writing with people. And, you know, is it writing? Yeah, it's writing. It's my friend Terry laid down a beat, and I'm like, inspire me for ideas. I was actually playing acoustic while he was doing this. And I just love writing with other people because when you stay in your own head the whole time, you don't necessarily get all the ideas you might otherwise. But anyway, so this was a great variation on that. And again, Beat Thang, such a creative machine. This is the only sampler drum machine in the world that has a pitch wheel on it. And you can set the bend to be an octave down, an octave up, which is what I have it for, or a third up, a third down. You know, you can so screw up the sounds. So that being said, as far as screwing up sounds go, my final variation here I just play with. Now the Beat Thang, another great thing about it is it has a built-in battery, which is very, very rare, especially for a drum machine / sampler. So I was able to take this into my bedroom, lay in bed, had some headphones on, and I'm like, you know what? I want to take this beat and screw it up even more. So this machine has so much going on for it. It actually has a filter section that you can apply to each track. Now I've got 8 tracks on one panel. You hit 9 through 16 and you get another 8. So you can be absolutely insane with beats if you really want it to be. I've never gone more than say 5 or 6 tracks on one beat, but you can have up to 16. So you can get absolutely crazy. You could put as many kits down, as many instruments as you want. The Beat Thang comes with a ton of instruments already. I have a keyboard MIDI'd in right here, and the sounds are amazing. They're not so much like pristine digital samples that you'd expect out of, say, Logic Sampler or something where you need a crisp, clean piano for a ballad. They're very quirky and they have their own sound. Like the string sounds are amazing, but it's almost like a mellotron in a way, if you will, where you have to lift up the key or you're going to hear where it starts to loop again. And that's fine in case you want that, but if you don't, but you learn how to start playing around with it to find out what you want to do. So anyway, here's the whacked out version of this beat. I came up with a bass that was really nasty sounding, and then I took Terry's original beat and put it through a filter, and then I came up with a top part as well to go through a filter. So you can just hear the differences we're going to do here. Alright, so you can already hear there's a lot going on there. So I'm going to solo track 1. This is Terry's original beat through a filter. So that's Terry's original drum beat with, I added an additional bass drum into that. Every kit comes with 5, 4, 6 different bass drums you can add into there. And then the filter wheel is on the side. You can decide a filter to go here. Just add so much depth to it. So I'm going to unsolo that one. This is the next track on that particular beat. Sounds very weird on its own, but when you mix it, it sounds great. I put bells, church bells. I forgot to mention that. There's church bells in here. I'm like, they added kind of an ominous sound to it. So I'm going to solo those right now. Using the pitch wheel on the side. So I think I took what was a pretty happily sounding percussion-y thing in the beginning when Terry first made it, and I totally made something creepy to go along with it using church bells, pitch wheel on the side, and filter modulation on this side. And I think it goes together pretty well. Is there a fourth? I don't even know. Okay, nothing on track 4. So, solo the drums. It's Terry's original beat with a bass drum added in. Filtering. Here's the nasty bass. Turn it down, let's start to start. Adding the bells. Alright, so that is like a 5th or 6th incarnation of that original beat. I'm trying to get I loved it when he did it. And I'm like, that's so inspirational. I just want to get a bunch of things around that, and I'm going to totally build a song on top of beats on top of this. I don't know if I'll do it all in here, but I'm certainly going to, this is the basis for it. I'm going to see what this, going back one, what this pattern is. Alright, so this is the acoustic, so I can solo that. That's on track 4. And again, this is real recorded acoustic guitar with a microphone right into the Beat Thang directly, which I think is an amazing feature about this unit. Now, the Beat Thang is a sampler / drum machine that very few people have heard about. And those who've had have probably heard a lot of bad things about it. But I gotta say, it is a very quirky machine, but man, it is fun. I mean, yeah, it crashes sometimes, and once you learn your way around it, I mean, there's been a lot of quirky machines for playing music in the history of music, and they have a certain sound and feel to them, and you learn to work around it. You really do. I mean, a lot of instruments are notorious for their weird stuff. I mean, look at all the analog, old analog synthesizers that used to overheat and shut down, and the oscillators would drift or whatever. Would I recommend the Beat Thang to someone looking to get into sampling their own stuff in drum machines? I would have to say probably not. It's a bit of a commitment. It was very expensive at the time.